Hey,
What's
how are you, dude?
cracking, Josh? What's going on, man?
Just getting up early, getting ready to do a live stream all around the globe, and still finding time to end up realizing I'm not organized, I'm not ready, I'm not set yet.
That's how it goes.
How have you been?
I have been, I've been all right, considering a lot of ups and downs going on, but you try to count the better, more goods than the bad. You feel me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I hear.
yeah. How about you? How you been shaking?
I'm good, I suppose. As good as can be.
Yeah,
No, I'm good.
that's good.
Um, that intro, there was no music for that intro, was there?
Yeah, it was.
There was?
I heard
Oh,
it.
it's not on my end.
For the countdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you took us through a whole underwater sea. Under the sea. Under the sea.
I know that they've actually they've approached me to see if I'll be in the next Little Mermaid movie. I'm weighing up my options.
Hey, man. Hey, you're on your way. You're doing
Hey,
a hell of a production over there and down.
quickly, let's say hello to everyone in the chat. William, Kerry. I'm going to be joining Science Gal Aquatics next week for a chat.
Science Gal. Hey, how's he doing?
Mr. 3000, Craig, Bendigo
Yeah,
Balaclava, Streetwise,
you know.
Daniel Keeping Fish. I dreamt about you last night.
Hey, DK.
I had a
Yes.
dream that Daniel Keeping Fish was like, oh, I can't do a Scottish accent. But later. That he's like, just called me. He's like, oh, I just happened to be in Melbourne. I'm going to come and have a look at your fish room. And I was like, and I ran around cleaning all the fish tanks. And then I woke up and went, that's silly. He's in Scotland.
Right. It's
Amy,
just Shrimp Granny.
yeah, Jess Shrimp Granny,
How
Kathy.
did Jess? Hey, Kathy.
I think we got everyone there.
Okay.
Thanks for joining us, guys. It's a bit of nonsense, but it has been a while. We spoke a fair bit, almost about this time last year, and then just haven't seen. Just
Yeah.
the world has not let our paths cross, so it's good to catch up.
Man, absolutely. We used to frequent each other and at least cross paths at least maybe twice a week or something like that, or at least twice. And then all of a sudden it just kind of snowballed out and just kind of went our ways. But I've always had you in my heart there, Aqua.
I don't even know what to say. I'm blushing. So the Aquamate experience is it's a really fun little just chilled out chat. We can talk about anything. Doesn't have to be fish. The whole idea is to get to know people behind the channel, behind what they do in the fish industry or whatnot. So the common question I like to ask with, and then it can just snowball into just whatever shenanigans.
Yeah, that sounds
Tell
great.
us how you started keeping fish and how you started your YouTube channel. What's the story? The Fishy Bizz story. It's business time.
All right, it all started as a glimmer in my mother's eye, and my pimp father.
This is going to be a big one.
Yeah, and out comes one ill biz.
Are you really ill if you have to say you're ill?
Yeah. Well, I guess you're not, but you know. Touche, Aqua. Oh, it's going to be one of those nights. Well, mornings for you, nights for me. I started probably like every kid started with, want to see, have a fish when your parents take you to the pet store. I'm really like a dog person, so I've always had dogs all my life. And, you go to the pet store, whatever, and you see the fish. And first fish I saw probably was a Siamese fighting fish. Of course, they have the betas in the jars, and they push them together so you can see them go crazy. and of course you need two of those for them to do it. So we got one, and he would never do it. And I used to be like, well, what do I do? So I used to grab my mom's mirror and used to put it right there in front of him, let him go buck wild. So from there led to, the goldfish, and then, smaller things like that. And it wasn't until I got my own house, I ended up getting for free a 250 gallon. I used to work for a dentist, and I was kind of like a mock dental assistant, but I couldn't be that because I didn't go to school for it, and I was still in high school. So I really was just a gopher. Hey, go for this, go for that, bring me this, bring me that. And so she had to shut the dental office down, and she had a 250 gallon, and said, look, if you want it, you can have it. I was like, whoa. Back then, did not know what I had. Put 2 koi fish in it. Maybe they were just big old goldfish at the time. Maybe that. And I had it in my living room sitting on top. With a flat screen on top of it. So really wasn't doing too much with it. Had, a built-in canister and everything. Now that I know the stuff, I'm like, why did I? And when I moved, I ended up selling it for like $250. And the guy that I sold it to still has it and is like, loves it still. So I'm like, God, I wish I knew more about the fish stuff. Could have kept that puppy. But so that's kind of from there. For those of you guys that don't know, I'm a high school biology teacher. So I used to put tanks in my classroom. And I started, bringing in fish and stuff like that. And students used to ask about it. And it didn't happen. But I've been on YouTube 2 years going on January. So 2 years ago, I was in class, and one of my students told me to check out his YouTube channel. He said he's a rapper. I checked it out, and he's really not a rapper. I mean, I didn't really see too much was going on. It's he's like, yeah, I just put on the channel and then I cut it down or whatever. And I was like, well, if you're gonna stick with it, stick with it. So I said, but you're not good. So I know it's a hell of inspiration for a teacher to tell you. I was hoping that would trigger him to be like, yes, I am. I'm the best.
I'll show you, Mr. D.
Man. So he said, well, what can you do? No one's going to watch you on YouTube. And I was like, you may be right. I said, I don't know what I'm going to do, though. So kids used to ask me how much fish food to feed the fish, and what are they doing now, and what are you doing now, and how do you clean the tank? And I was like, you know what, maybe I'll just throw that on YouTube and see what happens. And booyah. Did not know the fish community was this big. So long drawn out just to say that. So you're welcome.
No, that's good. You started ringing bells. I'm like, I've heard the bit of this story before. We have had a chat about this.
Right.
So when you got a fish tank in a biology class, do you use that for projects? Do you use that to show your students and say, here's an example of something, more in depth? But
it really when I first started, it was just for the aesthetics. And because I have no sense of decoration, nothing. I just if you came in my classroom, it would be posters up, but it would be because we had to put posters up. I don't know where to put them to make them look great and all this, then you third.
Well, that explains
You're an animal. But you go into some of the my coworkers, the ladies. Greatness. And I was like, you know what? Screw it. I don't know what to do. I'm just going to put a couple of fish tanks up. And students start coming to class and coming to class more and inquiring more about them. And, you know, I start them to, you know, learning how to feed. Like I asked one student to go feed them and they were about to just dump this whole thing. Like, oh, no, stupid. What are you doing? No, just a pinch. And so they started learning a little bit more about it. And then when I started doing the YouTube thing, I was like, you know what, maybe I could, instead of just kind of just saying little things and doing whatever, I could kind of try to guide the channel towards, you know, maybe a younger crowd and maybe get another generation into tanking. So that's where I'm trying to veer it. But I have been able to jump on and do as much as I would like due to the virtual learning, which is really taking more time than I thought. I thought if I was at home more, I'd be able to be on the tanks more. And I'm like so happy to get off of the computer. I don't even want to be on the video anymore.
My wife has found plenty of things for me to do other than do stuff with my fish tanks. But
hey, I got one of those too. Yes.
The other thing as well is like, it's really, for a couple months there, it was like, I'm going to have heaps of time to like do new videos, put some more content out. And then now it's at that point where you're like, yeah, I've filmed that tank like 6 times in the last 6 months. What else can I do? Like, I need to get out there and get some more stuff. And I can tell you one thing, when we're allowed to, I really can't wait to go out and tour some fish stores. And like, I don't know, I reckon I'll go and do a whole bunch of them and line them up for the next few months because I'm missing that sort of content.
Absolutely.
So teaching from home, how are you coping with that? What
you know what? I
was
was enjoying it at first because, you know, all you would be able to see is like this part of me. So I would be able to teach in my drawers. You mean I could just get up, turn this thing on and just be like, hey, this is what you do. And for the most part, that part is cool. And I get to stay here with the family, which may not be all that cool as I thought when it first starts out. But you got kids on Wi-Fi. I had to go get better Wi-Fi. So I had to have people come through and get another password and all that so that we can have faster internet. So everybody can. I've got a 9-year-old here. We've got an 18-year-old here. My wife is a teacher. I'm a teacher. We've got a 3-year-old here. So it's like, dude,
you got everything going on.
Yeah, like seriously. But as far as the overall teaching, the whole secret to my sauce is to build rapport with my students. So I do that because my ADD kicks in. And if I'm in the classroom, is that Harrison?
ADD, yeah.
Is that Harrison? Is that young Harry?
All right, I'll come out and check.
Does he still like
telling the people I need to go and help Harry with something for 1 sec? Sorry.
Okay. So you're now on with the Biz Hour. What's cracking out there? It looks like T-Bone is sending a little something out here. KF is put out here. Hey, you're looking at the guys that scrubbed every wall now. Oh, okay. All right, you guys have your own thing going. So let's chat it up, chat. Any questions for me or Aquamate? Did anybody get to check the trailer that I made for me and Aquamate? Did anybody enjoy that? Try to put a little music on there, get a little different pictures going. Snoochie boochies. Sand Creek Aquatics 2, T-Bone, Maddie D, Streetwise was cracking. Cool. Thanks,
sorry.
Larry D.
Where were we?
Oh, it was the Fishy Bizz minute for a second. Kind of threw that out there. Kind of took over.
I'll let that keep going then. I'll see you guys
Hey, you remember when you did the 24-hour stream?
No.
Hey, that was crazy.
That was silly. Not.
Uh,
I've never recovered. I'm not the same
Daniel,
person.
I bet, like, that's crazy. Daniel, Keeping Fish says, "What's the biggest impact you've had on your students regarding fish?" Just that they are now, well, the ones that are kind of into it, they really are interested in getting tanks and interested in learning a little bit more of how to keep them. I've had quite a few subscribe to my channel, and they, when I was live streaming, they were coming in my live streams and just really enjoyed it. It was it's pretty it's pretty empowering when I listen to them talk about it and see how much they really are into it, and it's kind of fun. It's a lot of fun. And I was trying to, before this whole COVID thing hit, I was trying to do an initiative where a tank in every house for students that are really, ready to take care of them. And I was going to do an after school fish club where I would just step by step go through, basic tanking, basic fish keeping, basic cleaning, and just try to get them to be a little bit more knowledgeable about it. Because once you get a fish and it dies, then you're like, it could just defeat you on the whole thing. Like, I can never keep a fish. I've had parents come to me and they was like, all our fish all die. I don't know. I would really love some. And I was like, oh, look, we could get it going. So, yeah.
I used to do that with my classmates. I remember probably more late primary school. I remember talking to almost every kid. Their parents must have hated me. You're going, what, you want a fish tank? Why do you want a fish tank? And I reckon all of my friends ended up getting a fish tank, but none of them really stuck with it. We've got J-Rad Iron Man. You should be a banana for Halloween. That way your costume has appeal.
Da-doom. You kind of grew up.
Anyone, if you've got questions at any stage, chuck them at us, because we're only here for an hour and then we'll never be able to answer anything ever again. No. Kathy, anyone have experience with German blue rams? I had 3 in a community tank with angels and rummy nose, and 2 died next to one another, and they killed one another. Or would they have killed one another? I check my parameters regularly. What's the temperature? Is the first thing I think of with blue rams or rams.
Just Shrimp says that they'll pair off and fight. So you got to keep a close eye on them.
I didn't know that about blue rams. I've only ever tried to keep one once, and he ended up with Popeye, and like straight away, I was like, "What's going on? Something's not right."
Excellent.
And I haven't gone back there again. Can be tricky, Kathy, but by healthy, keep them warm and well fed. A couple of caves and areas to hide. 28 degrees. That's what I was going to sort of say. You got to be. They love high temperatures as well.
Sounds like pretty solid answers.
Yeah. So buy rams in pairs.
You kind of grew your mountain man out there since the last I saw you.
Fully shaved it, and it started again. It's crazy.
They just bathe in turkey soda is what it looks like.
Turkey soda. One day I'm gonna fly over there and hang out with you guys, and then I'll be like, "This is a turkey soda," and you're gonna go, "That's gross," and I'll be like, "Yeah, I know."
Every time they say, "What's in your cup?" Turkey soda. Ever since you guys said that.
It's a bit early for that.
Oh man.
So what sort of fish do you mainly keep? I know the answer to some of these questions, but some people who don't know the Fishy Bizz channel, definitely make sure you go over and subscribe, because he's a big personality and he's got a lot of knowledge when it comes to fish. So all your videos are always a lot of fun too. It's not just here's a fish, here's the temperature, this is what works best. It's usually a bit chaotic.
Yeah. I strive for that.
But yeah, what sort of fish are you keeping on the channel?
I am into African cichlids. So pretty much that's pretty much all I keep. I just adopted a guppy tank, and I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that bad with it.
How many tanks have you got now?
I've got 7. I've got an open 40-gallon now though. So I've got a Planet with a leopard puffer, and then I have a mini bow out for my cichlid fry. Then I have my 75-gallon behind me with my peacock, my OB peacocks. Then I have my 60 that has my peacock grow outs. And then I have the 29-gallon with the 3 dojo loaches, tetras, guppies, and a couple of platies. Yeah, that's it. But I plan on changing this whole thing because I feel like maybe 2 tanks might be enough for Africans. I really want to try to get into something else, and I see other tanks and other fish, and they look really nice. So I'm thinking about taking these guys out, maybe selling them to my LFS and let them get them. And I want to do discus in the 60. I want to do some discus and some Congo tetras.
Yeah, and that would be really cool.
I think it'd be awesome. I'm thinking about taking the 29 back to school because it's open for teachers to be in their classrooms by themselves if you wanted to, you know, do your class online from the school building, which I have taken advantage of on some days because just to give me a little peace of mind, which probably drives the wife up a wall because she has to deal with everything, but it's work. And then doing something different with the 29. I forgot what I was thinking about doing with it, but I'm trying to think of some ideas for some trying to get into some more smaller fish, maybe some shell dwellers or something like that.
Yeah, but sticking with the cichlids.
Yeah, that is still sticking with the cichlids.
Have you got any like dwarf cichlids like Crebensis, Pistogramas, or anything like that?
And I was thinking about
what you want to do.
Yeah, I was thinking about something like that too. Who is it? 3000 always talks about doing tetrastigmas and what's the other ones? I forgot. If he's in here, he would say it. Forgot.
I'm not sure which one that is.
But yeah, I would try to do different tanks.
We got 22 people here and only 11 likes. Remember to hit the like while you're here. Because it helps, apparently.
It doesn't cost you a dime.
I think one thing when it comes to like going with smaller fish is I look at small fish tanks, like I love small fish, they're my favorites. But then it gives you so much flexibility to start. You can have different types of fish together, but also start on the aquascaping side of things and really get stuck into going, all right, I want lots of rocks and lots of plants, and these fish are going to love it. So I reckon that would be cool to see. You try and do like a natural scaping tank with your smaller fish.
I've seen some beautiful scapes, and like I told you already, I'm not the decorating type. Like I would probably do some nerdy stuff, like put like Super Mario World decor back in there, or Street Fighter or something like that.
Oh, you know what I really, really want to do? I've got a bunch of old video game consoles and stuff, and I really want to rip one in half or something and put it into a tank, but then have like moss and grass and stuff grow all over it and just make it look like it's almost
I'm telling you.
It would be
possibilities are endless.
Just a little hidden touch of like having the light actually still light up on it or something, you know, when you turn the light on and go. It would be very nerdy but very fun, and if it's done well.
Oh yeah.
I should start breaking stuff.
Stunt like your daddy, like Lil Wayne on that, on like that. Your swag will be on 1,000. Swag on 1,000, Australian style, mate.
Oh, jeez. Don't do that again. FishyBizz Lego characters would be ace. Hey, that's funny, actually.
It'd be pretty smooth.
Trying to think
Yeah,
how you could make each person look like each fish tuber. That'd be really cool.
that would be it. You know,
You want a little bit grainy and a little bit choppy,
I think
and also your internet connection's a bit off.
me. Oh,
Yeah,
am I? Mine is.
yeah, or is it me? Because this happens sometimes, and I look at it and everyone goes, "Nah, it's you, Josh." But I look at the YouTube thing and it's like,
Let me wipe it off with my Fishy Bizz stuff.
Fishy Bizz towels.
Little shameless plug. Switch.
Yeah,
out-
you've
switch
changed
out
your
my
logo a few times. What's the
Yeah.
thought behind that?
Okay, so the first. All right, so the shirt that I let you receive. By the way, I sent another package to. I'm pretty sure it's probably not to you. It's to Harrison. I owe him. And
He'll be absolutely
does
over the moon.
he still like me?
Yeah, he does. He hasn't watched much for a while. He's a bit overfished. He's like, Dad, what are you doing fish stuff again? And then he leaves. I'm like, yeah, because that's what I do on YouTube.
Yeah. So what
He's
I've been
"You should
trying
be a YouTuber. I'm like, no, I shouldn't.
I have been the first shirt that I sent you was I was thinking about to be the logo. That's when I first did my, had my first channel out and everything. And I actually drew that fish and colored it on computer, and then I had
that
it
t-shirt still.
yeah. And so I was like, that's pretty cool. But then as I kind of started going and I started seeing other logos, and they just look, some kind of are abstract but still look pretty cool, and then some are detailed and pretty look cool. It's like I probably need somebody to kind of rock it out for me. DPK did one for me, which is the Mason.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, which I really do actually love. And over time, I just decided to kind of see if anybody could do anything a little bit different. And so this is what we've come up with.
So who did that one?
I do like. I had it done on an app, actually. An app
On what?
on it. It's on an app. It's I think it's called
Okay.
Fiverr, Fiverr. Well,
Okay.
and what you do is you kind of give them the idea of what you want. You send them pictures. You kind of let them know a little bit. And I believe they're actually out of the country, overseas, and they'll send you something in like a couple of days, and they're like, "Hey, does this work?" If you say no, they'll redo it. And so I really am looking for different designs so I can do some more shirts. This winter, I've got hoodies and I've got baseball tees. So I'm just need to kind of like put out some more videos and try to get that going, and then try to incorporate that to see if we can make it a Fishy Bizz Christmas.
No, that's awesome. I love it, and I love that you've changed it up a bit. And yeah, I was thinking about. So I haven't spoken to anyone about this, but I think what I want to try and do before the end of the year is convert. And I'd like all your feedback, the exclusive. I was thinking about trying to convert every episode of the Aquamate experience into an audio file and just make it like a podcast. And then, like, already we'd have there'd be about 30 hours worth of chats for people that'd be like, you know what, go for a long drive. I haven't heard Josh's voice for a while. Let's go. But the reason that I started thinking it is that I do that a lot with podcasts while I'm driving around.
Mm-hmm.
And I notice a lot of the time when we do an Aquamate experience video, it'll get, maybe 1/3 of its views during the time that we're streaming, but it seems to keep getting views for a week or so. I'm like, maybe people are, open to that idea. So if anyone reckons it's a good idea or a bad idea,
dude,
speak now or hold your peace. But I'm just thinking it would be a really good thing to do on a different level. So then coming back to the logos was there's a local tattoo artist near me, and I haven't figured it out yet, but a few people have told me it's really well known, but I'm not into tattoos, so I haven't figured it out. But I've been speaking with him a little, and I'm like, I might see if he can do like a little logo that's specifically for that, something a bit different, because, yeah, I've had this fish for a few years now.
Yeah. First of all, I think the podcast thing is a great idea. I really only listen to one podcast because it's just so good. And it's just a guy's podcast. They just say whatever. So, but I think you have the charisma to hold it off. I mean, you did a 24-hour live stream. And you went to sleep and had other people host it. And it was like, what is it? This is crazy.
Oh, that was silly. It was silly.
You get up out the bed and wonder if we're still going. Looks like we're still good. I'll take it from here. Back, mate. Which you didn't say that, but of course.
Oh, 2 hours sleep. And yeah, it was a weird one. Hey, T-Bone, Alex, BJ, Monica. Welcome.
Monica Lynn, what's cracking? Your stuff is in the mail, Monica. Just want to let you know that. Monica has been a very, very supportive supporter of FishyBizz Aquatics. Just want to shout her out. And she has new logo coming out for her Instagram, and she's very, very cool. Aqua Designs by MLT. Find her on Instagram. She's got some good stuff, got some tanks up, and I don't know if she's in the YouTube community anytime soon, but she's definitely pretty cool.
Absolutely. Monica has been a great supporter of everything I'm doing over here as well, and that is her Instagram link. So make sure you jump over and follow Aqua Design. Is it Aqua Design? Yeah, Aqua Designs by MLT.
Yeah, very cool.
Royal Fish Aquatics, how you doing? So,
what's up, Royal?
How life is pretty tricky with everything going on at home. Is there how things on your side of the world? Are things opening up? Are there things changing again? Are you able to get out and do more, or?
You know what? It's kind of weird because even if we are, you still are very skeptical. You know what I'm saying? I've got kids at home. You know, I can't really go out, and I'm getting older. I turned 40 last week, October the 8th, and but
is that a walking stick behind you? No.
I just, but staying in the house is giving me a chance to kind of think about all the ripping and running that I did do that you really didn't have to do. Like, I've never really had shopped online before, never really knew the beauty of Amazon. Of course, my wife gets Amazon packages, seems like 24 hours a day, but
you know the Amazon dudes, the delivery guys by name now, and his kids.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And so like now I've started to kind of, since I couldn't go out and venture out, and now I'm looking like, oh, no wonder people use this service. This is great. So, but over here in St. Louis, they everywhere you have to wear a mask. And often you see people running out to the door forgetting. And they have to go back and get it. So you can't even go into a Subway without them saying, sir, do you have a mask? Oh, sorry. So it still is there like that here. You really can't dine into any fast food places. Subway has covered up their tables. All the Chinese restaurants, they've covered up everybody's kind of pretty much covered up, McDonald's and everything. You really kind of need to go to like maybe an upscale restaurant, and then they will have preferred seating where, there's they've done a 6 feet distance. And so you have to do reservations most times now. So it still is very, covered up.
Yeah. It's so weird. Like, Like I follow a lot of American things, so like you know, a lot of you guys all over the country, and then you know a lot of the podcasts I listen to, just hear the differences from state to state and everything, and like over here it's really funny at the moment. And yes, we're talking about that thing at the moment, but it's sort of one thing is I would consider you a friend of mine, and we haven't spoke for a while, so it is also a genuine, sincere, like, hey, how are you doing with it all? And over here we are really strict lockdown. You're not allowed out of 5 kilometers from your house. None of the shops are open other than like supermarkets, pretty much.
Oh, wow.
I like so restaurants and pubs can be open, but they only delivery or takeaway food. You can't sit down and eat or anything. And how many cases do you reckon we got today? 1. Like we can't do anything, and we got 1 case for the day. 2 cases yesterday, but we were floating around 700 a couple months ago, and now we're down to, well, it was 15 for a few days, and now single digits. But we're hoping that tomorrow they start to relax things a little bit. But it's so we finally got to send our kids back to school this week. That's been a godsend. Like my son's always like, "I don't want to go to school," but the smile on his face, knowing that he was going to school on Monday morning, was like, it's so good. It's shown a whole different thing.
It's nuts.
Kids to realize that how it is important to be social. I'm waiting for him to run through that door any second.
My son and I have a son and daughter from previous marriage, and they just did a hybrid. So my daughter called me. She's actually about to be 9 this Monday.
Yeah.
She's my birthday baby. Same birthday month. But she was saying, "Daddy, I'm going to school next week." And I was like, "Oh no, for real?" And she's going Tuesdays and Thursdays only, and then every Wednesday and Friday. So it's the hybrid method.
So they're not having all the kids at school at once, yeah?
Exactly. And she did really well with that, enjoyed herself. My son, he just went back last week. They're in the same school district. And he said everything was secure. Everybody had to wear masks. We're 6 feet apart and everything else. So we are not allowed to go back to school thus far yet. Apparently, the COVID cases from 15 to 18, which is high school age that I teach, are 3 times what it is of elementary. So that's why they're able to go. My son's actually in 6th grade. So
that's because they're kissing and holding hands and stuff. They're not supposed to do that. That's why.
Look, I've seen some crazy Instagrams of people I'm in St. Louis, Missouri, so it's kind of, but there's other parts of Missouri, like Lake of the Ozarks and all of that, Lake St. They are out there, no masks, pool parties, like over the summer, like, oh, this is why we can't do anything.
What's the problem? You're going to have no matter what. And like Alex, read your comment here, Americans would cry and whine and then grab guns over that. I like to think of myself as sort of, I don't follow everything that I'm fed, but I'll take it as like, all right, that's what's going on. That's cool. But I will look around it and go, what else is happening now? Like what could be different? And ones that are just following what is said, I like to refer to as sheep sometimes, only because I only ever say that when they're trying to shove it down my throat and go, this is what it is. And they're like, okay, like we get it. We get how you feel. But a lot of people I think are similar to me, and they're like, all right, we've done a really good job for a really long time. Anyone could stuff this up at any time. So is this it? Do we just sit in at home? And so tomorrow there's an announcement, and I can guarantee you the announcement isn't a relax on things. There's going to be not riots and not people grabbing guns, but there's going to be people going, I don't care anymore. I'm done. I'm not paying attention anymore.
Yeah.
So you're going to be with that too, I think.
Yeah. All right. Like you said, it's always going to be, don't worry about it. It's gonna pass or whatever. But I've never gotten I stopped getting the flu shot for a while now, at least 6 years, and have been perfectly fine. And my doctor said, he said, well, you might want to try to get it this time because you don't want two things out there that could possibly. And I'm still kind of on the fence, but what do you think? Do you readily get the flu shot or what about it?
Never.
Okay, and still won't?
It's not because I'm against it or anything. I just
never. Yeah, I mean, I'm not against it either. I just
my old man.
I feel fine. I'm just gonna be cool.
It's one of those things. Yeah, like I suppose when your health is compromised, it might be a sort of thing where you go, "Oh, it's probably in my best interest." My old man gets it, and he used to say that he'd get really sick. Hey, Dad, there he is right now. He'd get really sick when he'd get it. And he'd be like, well, what's the point in this? And then he said, I'll get it one more time this year. But if I get sick again, then I'm not doing it anymore. But he said this year he got it and he was completely fine. So it's one of those things. He's saying 20 kilometers tomorrow allows me back at the lake. Yeah.
So you guys actually have kilometers that you can go a day?
Oh, no, we're hoping that they'll let us go 20. We're only allowed to go 5. So that's like 3.5 miles or something like that. Where are we? Zen Ginger, how are you?
The Zinger is Mandy Pandy Usarandi. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Oh, good. So what else? Oh no, so someone before I was trying to remember just then, and then now I've clicked. T-Bone was asking, Aquamate, do you? Whoa, it is raining real heavy all of a sudden. Do you let people show off their tanks on these streams? Yeah, people can show off their tanks. Do you want to see some of FishyBizz's tanks? Do you? Are you on a computer or are you on a phone? Or
I am on the computer, but my tanks are. You can see the 75 and the 60, which probably is the best. My 29 needs work. I got some aquatic frogs in there that I do believe.
Aquatic frogs.
Yeah, I do believe that, and this is what Royal Fish Aquatics. He was in the chat not too long ago. Shout out to him. I was on his channel 2 days ago. So shout out to him. But Royal Fish Aquatics told me that I'm probably not getting any more guppies because these aquatic frogs are probably sucking up all the guppy fry. I think he's right because this is the fattest aquatic frog I've seen. Like, this is the most movement I've ever seen them do. It's crazy. Like normally,
why we say aquatic frog? So aquatic frog predominantly lives in the water. Is that why?
Yeah,
they only live in the water.
Yeah, that's it.
They can't get out of the water and jump around.
I have not seen it yet.
Okay. It's something I haven't heard of. That's all.
No, right. Yeah, I mean, these are the only frogs that I have seen just stay completely submersed in the water, pop up for a little air, and jump back. Let me show you this thing.
It's all right.
It needs work, but
the African dwarf frog is a type of aquatic frog native to parts of equatorial Africa. It is in common in the pet. It is in common. What? It is in common in the pet trade and often mistaken for the African clawed frog. Is that what it is? An African dwarf frog?
Yeah. I picked them up at an auction. Can you see?
Oh, hang on. This is gonna be good. Yeah. Ah, yeah, hanging out under there.
Yeah, he was just moving, and his belly gets bigger every day. So he's eating and losing. I used to have a lot of guppy babies. Now, not so much.
Monica's poor guppy fry. Happy froggy. I think that is exactly it. Where are we? What was I reading? Which fish can live with these frogs? These frogs are peaceful creatures and should be placed in similar communities. Ideal tank mates include small peaceful fish such as live bearers. Doesn't say that they're also a good food source.
Right. Yeah, they screwed it all up.
I don't even know if we have those down here. If anyone from Oz is in the chat that knows where you can or can't get them.
They're super cool because they usually, like I said, they just dead man float at the top. And then when you come around, they shoot down in the water. And that's all I've ever seen them do. But like to see them kind of swim across, I always like a lively tank.
Yeah.
I'm a lively guy myself. But always like
this isn't a dating app or something, is it?
Also prefer long walks under the beach.
Under the beach. Under the beach.
In the water mainly.
Oh, what is this program opening up in front of everything? All right, so I'm really excited actually that you are looking at changing things around. So this tank here is the more of the juveniles, and you're thinking of getting rid of these and doing a whole. That would look really cool, a big planted tank, but you want to put discus in. Is that right?
Yeah. Yep, I think it's time to. I mean, I like the cichlids, but I think 4 tanks full of them. Thank you, son. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're watching the fish.
Daniel keeping fish thinks that we make Vegemite out of aquatic frogs. That's why we don't see many.
Oh man, I knew somebody was going to bring up Vegemite. Ugh.
Did you get it? I can't remember.
No,
now.
I never did. I meant to tell you that I still have not gotten it.
Did you get the sticker?
I haven't gotten anything. I don't know. Apparently, you're so popular that the postal people take the stuff before they get it to me.
Oh yeah, that Vegemite's on high demand over there.
Are you changing my settings there, kid? You just do things and you don't care, do you? You don't care what I say about it. I tell you no and you say yes, and it's just yes, right? Yeah. Man, get out of here with it.
Okay.
I don't know if you're talking to me then or not. I'm like, he's telling me off. What's going on?
Talking about this little guy. Jeez.
I love that. You don't care, do you? He's like, no. Fantastic. So what's going on? What have you got to look forward to on the Fishy Bizz channel, other than you're going to change some of the tanks, but you got any spotlights, any projects you're working on?
Just trying to get. Say hi, Aquamate.
Hi.
Hey, say hi, Harrison. Hey, Harry.
She'll be a little bit. I won't be too slow. Cool.
Monica Lynn called you cutie. Say hi, Monica.
Hi,
All right. You're gonna go back to changing Daddy's settings. Okay.
Help me.
No, I won't. I know. You figure it out.
Help
You've already screwed it up. So what can you do?
Are they the settings for the lights or?
Yeah. Yeah. But I'm thinking just more production. I'm probably going to start doing more basic videos where I can have people that are just kind of getting in to start kind of getting like a budget going and start using that to kind of tank. And then for people that are already great tankers and fish keepers, just something just fun where I can start showing off different types of fish and just kind of get out my cichlid, comfort zone, start making some mistakes with some smaller fish on some more tropical fish, different type of cichlids, and just kind of switch it up a little bit.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good idea.
Cichlids twice in there. But how am I gonna get out of cichlids and show people other cichlids?
Yeah, that's one thing I love about fish keeping is doesn't matter how long you've done it for or what you have kept. Every now and then you're reminded, go back to basics. Like, I didn't really think about that. Like, I'm having a hell of a time with which way am I? Tank over here. So I've set it up. I've had algae blooms, bacterial blooms, and then I've drained it, redone everything, replanted it, and now I'm getting a bit of an algae bloom again. I'm like, seriously, what is going on? And I think, I don't know yet, I am starting to wonder, is the light too strong for such a little tank? And it's part of the kit that it comes with. Is the soil that I put in just way too much fertilizer that's algae and other plants that are in there?
Press the cover. You had it upside down. Yeah. Look at Royal Fish. I'm going to get Fishy Bizz and the guppies and swordtails. And he's probably going to do it because I was saying on his channel about how much I secretly kind of like the guppies. I've always called little fish cichlid food, but they are really kind of, you just bug me. You know that? That's all you do. That's what you do. Your mother must be asleep because you would be bugging her. Here, that's red. Here, go for green. You got to point it at the circle right here. Just screw it all the way up, please. Daddy's busy. But I was saying that St. Louis still have an affinity for peacock OB cichlids. Like I keep getting the LFSs that I sell to, which are the only two that are really in regular driving distance for me. Everywhere else I would have to go. There's another one, but that's all saltwater. And that's what I really want to do. That's what people can be looking forward to for the future for me. I really want to start keeping a little bit more. I can't just jump into salt water, which I think some people think. I think that, say that it's okay if you can keep, fresh water, then you keep salt water. But for some reason, I keep in the back of my mind, I've been told that salt water, you have to keep the parameters straight and you have to do this, you have to do that, you got to stay on it. And I think I'm still lazy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm keeping a more hardier fish.
I'm lazy
because of my laziness. and you have a beautiful 3D cube saltwater, right?
Yeah, that was I'm lazy. So that's a 23 gallon.
Okay.
I think.
Okay. Yeah. I figure if I go discus, they require a little bit more care than my African cichlids. And then maybe if I can do really well with them and some plants, then maybe I'll be, I've groomed myself to get a lionfish.
Lots of excuses. That's all I'm hearing. It's not that hard. Honestly, I am not the most technical sort of testing my water all the time. I'm just try and keep it clean, try and keep it topped up, and most stuff is going fine in there. It's probably too early for me to give any advice on yes, get salt water because it's so easy or whatnot. But yeah, I've got corals that are growing and multiplying and fish that are surviving. I have lost a couple of fish, but I think it's been more the pairings that I've chosen, not the parameters in the tank. I haven't had like a fish all of a sudden sick. I've just had a fish all of a sudden dead. So,
well, look, I am going to be probably hitting you up so I can get more knowledgeable on it because I'll be John Brown if I pay $400 for a fish and it better last forever. How do you do this? How does he do this? Look, how? What would it? I didn't even know how to get the battery out. He gets the battery out, breaks the. Go away. Hey, go away. Oh, watch yourself. Watch. Be careful. Oh, you're not supposed to go backwards. Hey, stop crying. Stop. Don't do that.
Kids. It's Friday night. It's almost bedtime.
Man, this should have been, man, what?
That's what you get for talking to some Aussie on a Friday night.
This nuts. Question for everybody. How many discs can I put in a 60-gallon? 5, 3, 6, 12, 28. Several. 16.
It's tricky because you'll get them smaller. I'd get like 6, and when they get a bit bigger, you might have to shuffle things around, I would say.
No. You're done with this. Okay. Go away. Go play with something yours. Go play. You got 80,000 toys over there. Why you gotta play with my stuff? Oh, Sorry, how many?
Jess says 300. Zen Ginger 6 in a 55 gallon. Royal Fish 5 to 6. I think 6 is a good number and you should get them all at the same time, is my advice.
Okay.
Because I stuffed up and I would get 2 because they're expensive. And then I'd be like, cool, I'll let them settle. And then I'll get another 1 or 2. And then I'll get the other 1 or 2. And then they just fight. So then if you get them all at the same time, they'll work it out amongst them. And I think 6 is a good number to hopefully end up with a breeding pair out of them as well.
Now, if I get those 6, will I still be able to complement them with Congo tetras or cardinal tetras?
Hell yeah. Congo.
Hey, that was real gangster of you. I like that. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, you can, fool.
Catching it off you. I'll have to bloody start wearing a mask so I don't catch anything else.
You're like,
It's not paying attention.
Did a little COVID jumped in the garage there?
Coming through the speakers. That's what the Fishy Bizz towel's for. Get yours today.
Go ahead.
Like a school of something like 20 now, 20 cardinals and six discs. And then
I don't see green.
if you went Congos, you probably only have like maybe
Now what?
10 Congos or something like that.
And then buy a 125 and put a ton in there. Oh man.
What was that? I do 6 or 8, let them pair, and then keep 1 or 2 pairs.
Yeah. What's up with that?
They all hate each other.
All right. That's crazy.
You can get more
to, I think I'm gonna go back on Monday nights and open up my live stream again, man. I kind of think I got things. What are you doing? Are you blowing at the fish? Why are you blowing them? Oh God, that sounded terrible. And I'm thinking about maybe bringing people on. So Aquamate, I'm gonna need you to come on. Be on. I'm gonna need them to come on and try to get it cracking. I think I'm just gonna call it everything but fish.
Well, that's sort of like one of the things. Like I feel guilty every now and then because I do like want to ask you about things that aren't fish related. But I reckon it's good. You got to get to know the people that are, putting content out there. The people that are hanging out with you, that are lurking.
I don't really care to know about you. I just want to talk a lot of stuff. Like let's just talk trash. It's Monday. How was your week?
I just want to judge you. That's
I'll just tell you how garbage you look right now.
Unsubscribe. Where's that button?
It might catch fire.
What do we got here? Get some Corys in there too. The 6 discus 55. They will use up the bare bottom and the discus frequently have. I was going to ask you that. Are you going to do planted or are you going to do, what are you going to put in with the discus?
I was saying Congo tetras or cardinal tetras.
Sorry, as in plants or substrates?
Oh, plants. See, I'm not that big on plants. I got some plants from Warrior Planet Tank that I hope are still alive in here, but he gave me, I can't even remember. I used to keep, oh, here goes a tag. Hold on.
Here goes a what?
So there's Jungle Valeria in there.
Okay. Jungle what?
Oh, Vallisneria. Yeah. I read it too fast. Sorry.
It's the jungle malaria. I'm like, what?
I didn't say an M. I said a B. Oh my God! When I get down to Australia, I'm gonna catch a roo, and I'm finding you.
No one's allowed in here. Joke's on you.
Right. I got to bring my mask through. When I was on with Royal, he was saying about how many discus I could put in there. But I don't know if we had discussed how many tetras. Now, I know I like Congos, and I started off saying Cardinals, but I know they're small and you could probably fit a lot. But
So my thought process is like 10 Congos or 20 Cardinals. I'm not sure about both. Maybe.
no, I was talking about either one. The discus with either Congo or
Yeah.
Okay. So 20 Cardinals, but 10 Congos.
Something like that, I reckon.
Okay.
Anyone else out there wants to correct me?
I'm probably gonna have to.
I've got a 55 with the rummy nose that I just keep like basically what I'm trying to do is I've been inspired by a lot of aquascapers lately, and I've got some awesome tank that I've set up with a bit of help from Bioscape. I've got another one that's just arrived from Sydney from an award-winning aquascaper. I've got another one that I've worked on with another aquascaper. So the 55-gallon, I'm trying to just start collecting material. When I get enough material, I'll drain that out, and then I'm going to go with like 50 rummy nose on their own in there. And I was really thinking of having like a school of Bosmani.
Rosemani.
Okay. So I'm sort of basing it on that, going, well, if I had the 6 discus, you would get them to sort of like a mid sort of size before you can really go, all right, there's the pair that I want to keep in here, and maybe 4 that fully grown, but they get massive discus. They get a lot more than you think, yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I hear dinner plate, and when you see them, they're so little. And I constantly see Instagram of the wild colored discus, which I really kind of like, tiger striped, or they got some blue whitish ones. Those look super cool. Super cool. Hold on. Hey, you're not back there taking a poo. We're gonna use the toilet use the toilet.
This will be probably my favorite.
Where are you?
It'll be my favorite podcast if we do it that way. Just audio only. Just driving around.
I cannot buy any more diapers. Every time I'm telling him, like, look, we got him peeing. Yay. Now he tells us, but he will not go poo-poo. I swear to God. Oh my God. I see him behind the couch and I know what he's doing. He's just go use the bathroom. Go use the bathroom. He was like, no. He'll pee all day in it. Oh my God. And then this is the kicker, though. I'm sorry, I don't know what you were talking about, but look, this is more important. This is the kicker. He will bring the diaper and the wipes and say, "Change me," and throw it at me. Like, hey man, do I work for you?
But we always had the rule: if you're old enough to ask for it, you're old enough to do it yourself.
Hey, did you go poo poo in your? Huh? You went to go? Did you go pee pee?
Yeah.
But yeah, high five, man. That's what I'm talking about. Now, where's the poo? Did you poo?
Yeah.
Where? No, don't. Then he shows me his butt. This is what he does. I can't. You better not have pooed in there. Come here.
Here, I poo.
No, you
Very cool, you're right.
Did you poot?
Yeah.
Or is that poo? Don't change your huggies, boy.
Oh, wow.
These are the exciting things you do when you stay at home. Thanks, Coach. You should have been at daycare getting this done by other people.
Your children pooing behind the couch is not in the isolation handbook, I don't think. You're like, how do I deal with this bit, though?
His older brother used to do it, too. I used to catch him all the time. He'll get it. He'll get it because I'm not buying any more diapers. He's just gonna have to run around here bare butted. I can't do it.
I think that's how we got Harry. It was summer. And just like, all right, no nappies or diapers. That's what we call them. And yeah, I don't know. He took to it really quickly. I don't know. I think we got really lucky.
Okay. Somebody just said everyone's telling you put Tetris with the discus. What about tiger barbs? I always thought tiger barbs were a little bit more nippier and a little bit more aggressive than the Tetris. And I keep hearing that the discus just those little big mouths don't look like they can do too much of anything.
Oh, I've never kept tiger barbs. I kept moss green barbs, and they were really cool. But I think they're less.
Tiger barbs are super cool. I used to put tiger barbs with a lot of stuff that they probably shouldn't have went with, and they were pretty tough.
Yeah, no, they can hold their own, can't they?
Yeah, they're pretty cool. I like them.
All right, so you're thinking about going with back to your live streams on a Monday night.
Think about back to Monday at 9.
So what? That's like what time is it there now? It's 8 o'clock, 8:09.
Yes.
So that's like 11 o'clock on a Tuesday morning for me.
But you were always at work, I believe, then, right?
Yeah. So maybe over like our summer holidays, I'll have some time off, and then that's when I can jump up and join you.
So wait a minute. Are you still traveling to work, or are you working from home? Or
yeah, I'm an essential worker.
Okay.
It just feels like a stupid thing to say, but yeah, I've been pretty much completely normal, just going to people's houses and measuring up air conditioning, heating. Just our showrooms are closed, so you can't just walk in and stuff, but you can still make appointments. So
okay,
been stopped by the cops a few times when we have a worker's permit that we've got. So
you got to flash it.
I lost my driver's license the other day, like physically lost, didn't lose it for an offense.
That's crazy.
So now I've been driving around for the last few days going, oh, that cop's on my butt again. And I'm like, if he pulls me over, he's going to be working. Yes, he'll just show me your driver's license and you can go. And I'll be like, about that. Can't find it. And then I'll be in big trouble.
Okay, I got you. We'll figure something out.
Yeah, we'll do it during the summer. During that summer break, I'll hopefully have a couple weeks off anyway. Hopefully,
no one's taken that slot yet. I mean, I have been not doing live streams for a little minute now.
I can't keep up with all the things. That's probably one reason I haven't seen you around as much as I just can't keep up with all the streams. And what I used to be able to do, I swear, I don't know how I did it early days, but Monday mornings I would work from home a lot. So I could like run, Aqua Frog, Susie Q, King and Queen. Now Blake's in there as well. So I could with people that way because I definitely wouldn't be sitting there watching any American football on the Monday morning and doing work while doing that. But it was sort of a catch time for me. Now the 49ers are in big trouble. I don't really have any intentions of trying to stay up to watch it and do
yeah. Poor 49.
But yes, I would definitely like to do that, and I reckon that you doing the some more like back to beginners, trying to remember where people need to start out and budget for their first tanks and what sort of fish they're going for. I reckon it's a big one, like what you're talking about. Focus on tank size for fish. That would be a cool video. Do like, here's a 5 gallon, here's 10 gallon, here's 30 gallon, and say these are fish appropriate for those tanks. So when you're thinking about it, that'd be a good guide, I reckon.
Yeah,
I might do that myself. No.
Damn Australians.
Ours will be upside down, so it'll be different. I'll do liters and you can do gallons.
Okay, all right. Look, I'm going 5, 10, 20, 30. You go 30, 20, 10, 5.
I'll just do leaders and it'll confuse everybody.
Okay.
I won't confuse the rest of the world because we know what that means.
That'd be awesome.
Awesome. Well, we've ticked over that hour mark and we've had probably the most obscene, crazy stuff happen in that last 10 minutes.
Hey, look, it's never a dull moment over here.
You go get that carpet shampoo out and
he does it in his pants. He just does it elsewhere. Dude, look, I'm driving home, okay? And I live in suburb area, and I cannot make this up. A chicken crossed the road, right? Like, it's not a joke. It's where are these wild feral chickens coming from in St. Louis?
just
Yeah.
you're like, is that thing really doing that?
I had to Instagram it, and before we go, I've got to show you because I am trying to figure out what the heck just happened in my life.
We've been
Or is this a damn chicken in the road? Damn, it's chickens on. Chicken. Damn chicken.
so what did he taste like?
Didn't hit him. Look at my impression.
Chickens, dog. It's chickens.
I'm worried
It's
about
almost
you.
as good as my dolphin.
We have noticed a lot of birds around lately ever since
Driving
losing
dog is crazy.
we've noticed a lot of birds around lately, and I'm wondering if it's because there's so many less people out and about that all of a sudden the birds, because we have a couple little dams here and there's 2 swans with 2 babies at the moment, and we
Okay.
don't always see swans there. And I swear I'm seeing pelicans every week just come flying in. Like, I live a long way from the ocean, so I'm like, what are you guys doing? But there must be fish there. I need to go fishing there.
Yeah. Yeah, they the animals definitely are taking over. They've noticed that the humans are all in. I think I forgot what I was watching, but like bears were just like walking through the town like, yo, it's our world now, baby. Harlem.
I can see they're representing their colors they're wearing, clothes and stuff. All right. Awesome to hang out with you all. Thank you very much for joining us. And thanks, Fishy Bizz, for hanging out. It's been good to catch up.
Appreciate it, Aqua mate. And I definitely will stay in touch, man. I miss you. This is great. I appreciate you for jumping me on here. FishyBizz Aquatics at Gmail if you want to get a towel. You know what I'm
Hell
saying?
yeah. Stop
Or
that.
a hoodie, or a baseball tee, or whatever you want there. FishyBizz Aquatics at Twitter. FishyBizz Aquatics everywhere. Facebook.
Definitely
Twitter.
jump over to, have we got Fishy Bizz's channel there? Make sure you subscribe to Fishy Bizz, and you get to hear more of the dolphin and see more videos about chickens.
Gangster.
I want to get that link there for anyone that's, where is it? Da-da-da-da. Someone's going to beat me, aren't they? Fishy Bizz. Or maybe, yeah, there we go. I was thinking that, Zen Ginger. Jump over, click that link, and show some love. And thank you. Everyone stay safe. I won't be streaming, I don't know. It looks like Dr. Black might be joining us next time. We haven't done an episode of the Aquamat experience with Dr. Black, but it makes perfect sense. It would be a lot of fun. But
I've gotta get on. That's next week. I gotta get on there with Blackie.
well, it might not be Saturday morning because I'm going to be over at Science Scale Aquatics. So hanging out there at 5 p.m. Central Time and 9 p.m. Aussie Eastern Standard Time.
So 5 p.m. Central, what day?
Friday night. So like basically this just a little bit earlier than we went on today.
Oh, okay, with Science Gal.
Yeah. So that'd be fun.
I'll check that out. Yeah, she's a lot of fun, and she's in Missouri. She's not too far from me, about an hour and a half.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
There you go. I didn't realize that.
Yeah,
I'll be all zoomed out in a week's time.
Yeah, I'll come and berate you. It'll be fun.
That's YouTube calling me saying we need to talk about that interview. See you guys. Thank